Bethlehem, a name that echoes through the corridors of history, resonating with meaning and memory. The name itself feels like a gentle whisper from history, carried on the wind through ancient streets and sun-warmed stones. It is a city that lives not just on a map, but in the hearts and imaginations of millions around the globe, transcending borders and generations. For so many, it is more than just a place. It is the starting point of a story that has shaped our world, a place where faith and legend intertwine. It is the city of David, the birthplace of Jesus, a crossroads of history, spirituality, and culture. This small town, nestled in the rolling hills of Judea, holds a spiritual weight that is truly extraordinary. Its landscape, both humble and majestic, has witnessed countless stories unfold. You can feel it the moment you arrive. There's a sense of anticipation in the air, as if the city itself is waiting to share its secrets. It is a feeling of coming home to a place you have only ever known in stories and songs, a place that feels both familiar and mysterious. Life here moves at its own rhythm, blending the ancient with the everyday. The laughter of children echoes alongside the prayers of pilgrims. Bethlehem is one of those remarkable places that seems to exist both in the present and in the echoes of the past. It has welcomed pilgrims for 2,000 years, each one bringing their own hopes, prayers, and dreams. Its stones have been worn smooth by the feet of countless seekers, all drawn here by a powerful pull of faith and curiosity, each step adding to the city's living story. The spiritual importance of Bethlehem stretches far beyond any single faith. Here, people of many backgrounds find meaning, connection, and inspiration. It is a universal symbol of peace, of new beginnings, and of hope in the darkest of times, a beacon for those seeking light. As I prepared to explore, I knew this would be more than just a visit. It would be a pilgrimage of the soul, a journey into the heart of a city that continues to whisper through time. The walk towards Manger Square is a journey back in time, a passage that invites you to slow down and absorb the centuries of history beneath your feet. Each step feels like a gentle echo of the millions who have walked this way before, pilgrims and travelers from every corner of the world. The streets of Bethlehem are narrow and winding, lined with sun-bleached limestone that glows warmly in the light. The stones themselves seem to hold memories, their surfaces worn smooth by generations of footsteps, each one adding to the story of this ancient city. Every corner reveals another layer of the city's long and complex past. Here, the old and the new blend seamlessly, modern life unfolding against a backdrop of centuries-old walls and archways. You see Ottoman arches, Roman foundations, and the vibrant spirit of modern Palestinian life. The architecture tells stories of empires and eras, of faith and resilience, all coexisting in the present moment. The sounds of the city create a bustling symphony, shopkeepers chatting, the melodic call to prayer, children's laughter, and artisans carving olive wood. The market is alive with color and energy, a place where tradition and daily life intertwine. Walking these ancient paths is a mix of excitement and reverence. There's a sense of being part of something much larger, a living history that continues to unfold with every visitor. The air is thick with stories and the prayers of all who walked before. You can almost hear whispered hopes and dreams carried on the breeze, mingling with the present. I imagine pilgrims from centuries ago, their faces filled with awe as they approached the heart of the city. Their journeys, filled with longing and devotion, seem to linger in the atmosphere, connecting past and present. The final approach is along Manger Street, where anticipation builds. The street narrows, the crowds thicken, and every sense is heightened as you draw closer to the square. Shops display nativity scenes and mother-of-pearl ornaments, their delicate craftsmanship a reminder of Bethlehem's enduring connection to the story of Christmas. The scent of roasting coffee and fresh bread drifts from cafes, mingling with the aroma of spices and sweets, inviting you to pause and savor the moment. But the pull of the square is too strong to resist. It draws you forward, promising a sense of arrival, of connection, and of wonder at the heart of Bethlehem. And then, you arrive. Stepping into Manger Square is like stepping onto a vast, open-air stage where history is the main performance. The square is enormous, framed by historic buildings. The fortress-like Church of the Nativity commands one side. The Mosque of Omar stands on another. The scale is breathtaking, designed to hold multitudes. Even on a regular day, it feels like the center of the world. The stones underfoot are worn smooth by millions of pilgrims. Local families stroll, children chase pigeons, and tourists sit in quiet awe. There's a shared sense of wonder, a quiet understanding that this is a place of profound significance. I found a quiet spot to simply observe, letting the atmosphere seep into my soul. A group of pilgrims began to sing a soft hymn, their voices rising in the open air. It was a moment of pure, unscripted magic. The heart of Manger Square and of Bethlehem itself is the Church of the Nativity. It looks more like a fortress than a church, built to withstand centuries of turmoil. To enter, you must bow through the door of humility, a powerful reminder to leave pride behind. Inside, the air is cool and smells of old stone and incense. The nave is lined with ancient Corinthian columns, some still bearing faint paintings from the Crusader era. Light filters through high windows, creating a serene atmosphere. Soft whispers of prayer and the shuffle of feet fill the space. The ultimate destination is the grotto of the Nativity beneath the altar. A silver star marks the spot where tradition says Jesus was born. To kneel there is a moving experience, a moment that transcends time. It's a profound connection to the very beginning of the Christmas story. The sense of reverence is overwhelming. Manger Square is more than a place of faith. It's a living museum of history. Every stone holds a story, an echo of the past. The square has seen Roman soldiers, Crusader knights, and Ottoman governors. It has witnessed both celebration and conflict. Adjacent to the Church of the Nativity is the Church of St. Catherine, bright and ornate, built on ancient foundations. From here, the midnight mass is broadcast every Christmas Eve. Beneath it lie caves, including the chapel where St. Jerome translated the Bible into Latin. Across the square stands the Mosque of Omar, its minaret reaching skyward, a symbol of respect and coexistence. The mosque was built where Caliph Omar prayed outside the church, ensuring it remained a Christian place of worship. This story of mutual respect is woven into the square's fabric. The square has always been a crossroads for cultures and faiths. It reminds us that, despite our differences, we share a common story. To truly experience Manger Square is to engage all your senses. The ancient honey-colored stone glows against a brilliant blue sky. Palestinian flags and traditional clothing add vibrant color. The square hums with conversation in dozens of languages. Pigeons coo, vendors call out, and church bells ring in the distance. The air is filled with the scent of strong Arabic coffee and freshly baked ka'ak. At lunchtime, the aroma of shawarma and falafel drifts through the square. Despite the crowds, there's a calmness that pervades. You can sit quietly, watch the world go by, and feel the warmth of the sun. It's a restorative experience, one of reverence and everyday joy. Sometimes the most powerful travel memories are not of grand monuments, but of small, personal interactions. It's the laughter shared with a stranger, the warmth of a smile, or a simple gesture of kindness that lingers long after the journey ends. These fleeting moments, often overlooked, are what truly shape our experience of a place. In Manger Square, these moments of connection happen all the time. The square is alive with the hum of conversation, the mingling of languages, and the gentle rhythm of daily life unfolding. I watched an elderly man carve an olive wood bird and gift it to a young tourist, her face lighting up with joy. The exchange was wordless, but the meaning was clear. A gesture of welcome, a memory made. These handmade gifts carry stories of tradition and care, passed from one generation to the next, and now shared with visitors from around the world. I chatted with Elias, a shopkeeper whose family has owned a souvenir shop for over a century. His eyes sparkled with pride as he spoke of his family's legacy. He shared black and white photos of his grandfather and poured me sweet tea, telling stories of growing up in Bethlehem. Each photograph was a window into the past, each story a thread connecting me to the city's living history. These simple conversations connect you to the place in a deeply personal way. They remind you that travel is not just about seeing, but about truly meeting people where they are. I saw a group of African pilgrims singing in the square, their voices full of passion. Their music echoed through the air, drawing smiles from everyone nearby. Strangers gathered, united by the music and the moment. For a few minutes, we were all part of the same story, sharing in the joy and energy of the square. These small moments are the true heart of travel. They are the invisible threads that tie us to a place and to each other. They weave you into the fabric of a place, making you feel less like a visitor and more like a participant in its ongoing story. Behind the history, there are just people. families, hopes, and stories. Every face you see has its own journey, its own dreams. In Bethlehem, these connections feel even more poignant. The city's spirit is found not just in its ancient stones, but in the warmth of its people. They bridge divides and build understanding, reminding us that despite our differences, we share so much in common. These are the memories I'll carry long after the details of the buildings have faded, the laughter, the kindness, and the sense of belonging that comes from truly connecting with others. Travel to places like Bethlehem does something wonderful to you. It's a journey into the heart of history and the soul of faith. To stand where a world-shaping story began is to feel a connection that stretches back through millennia. These journeys remind us we're all part of a much larger story. Walking on ancient stones restores that connection to the past. The people who lived here long ago were not so different from us. Visiting a place so central to one faith can open your mind to all faiths. In Manger Square, you see Christians hear the Muslim call to prayer and feel a spirit of peace. It teaches that love, compassion, hope, and peace are shared values. This kind of travel expands your heart and mind, fostering empathy and understanding. A journey to Bethlehem is a powerful reminder that what unites us is far greater than what divides us. As my time in Manger Square ended, I felt profound gratitude. I came seeking history and found so much more, a living city full of warmth and resilience. Bethlehem's message, echoing for 2,000 years, is one of hope. This journey reinforced my belief in travel's power to build bridges, to see a place, speak with its people, and breathe its air. This is how we learn and grow. Every journey like this is a small act of peace. I encourage you to reflect on the connections that bind us all. By sharing these experiences, we spread curiosity, respect, and shared humanity. Leaving Bethlehem, I carried with me a renewed sense of hope. The spirit of Manger Square, a reminder that peace and love can endure, will stay with me always.